What's up, DP folks? Haven't made a video, posted any videos in 2 or 3 months, and so I figured it might be time to get on here and start posting a few more. I've been super busy with my life and work, and that's why I hadn't really been posting a whole lot. I still suffer from DP and panic and anxiety, etc., like the rest of a lot of us. But today I wanted to talk about, and sorry if the camera's shaking, I'm just going for a little drive around, hanging out because I'm bored. What I want to talk about today is a few things in reference to DP and overcoming it. One incredibly important thing that I don't think people reiterate enough with this, and anxiety period, is goal setting. And I know that sounds cliche, and I've heard that a billion times, pick a goal, accomplish a goal, whatever, but it's true. Pick a few goals, and heck, whether it's 50 goals or 3 goals, and set concrete goals. You got to write these things down. There's something about putting it on paper, where you take it out of your head and put it down on paper, and you get it out in the world, that changes the game on goals. I don't know how, I don't know why, I don't know the logic behind it, I don't know what's up with that, but putting it down on paper really is a big step in making it happen. I know that that's not doing it, but that is taking a step towards making it happen. And it's a big deal, writing it down. And what I like to do, and one of my favorite things to do that I've noticed recently has helped me a ton, is sit down on a piece of paper. Not sit on a piece of paper, but sit down with a piece of paper and write down all the things that you're afraid of. I'm talking about all your fears, your big fears, your little fears, whether it's being afraid of mice or snakes, or being alone, or panic attacks, or I don't know, just all kind of things that you're afraid of, especially in your DP or DR. What are you afraid of in doing that? Were you afraid to drive to the store because you're afraid you might have a panic attack and die, or something irrational like that? All those little things like that. Write them all down. And seriously, you only have to do one a day. Write all those things down and start trying to accomplish just one of them a day. Just one. Let's say you're a housebound agoraphobic who hadn't left their house for fear of panic and dying or something in 6 months. Write down, walk to the end of the street and back, get out there, and all you have to do is accomplish one of these goals a day. Or heck, just try. You don't even have to accomplish it. Just try to accomplish and overcome one of these fears a day. I promise you, it's incredible, because of the fact that it lets you break it down into individual pieces. It's so hard to overcome. People are constantly with depersonalization. They wake up every day looking for the end game, looking for the end result. They're not looking for that one. They're not looking for those little individual steps. They're trying to get all at one time, and that'll never happen. You will never just do it all at once with DP, anxiety, whatever. It will never all just go away at one time. That's not how it works. That's not the nature of the beast. But when you have these goals on paper, and you have these fears on paper, and you can literally go through and check them off, and have some concrete proof in front of you that, hey, I accomplished something. That can be very empowering during anxiety and depersonalization, because of the fact that it lets you see, because a lot of times when you're dealing with DP, you wake up every day and you're still in it. You're like, well, I'm still a failure. And that's not true. You could, but when you write it down and you break it down into these little subcategories and all these little small steps and goals and fears and whatnot, you can accomplish them one at a time. And when you do that, I'm sorry, I can't see, the sun is so bright right now. But when you break it down into little individual goals, or you break it down into, you know, your goals, and then you have another list where you're breaking it down into what are my fears, it's so much easier to tackle one at a time and get towards the end game. And it also gives you a sense of satisfaction, because when you're just trying to beat anxiety and DPDR, you're not going to do it because you wake up every day and you're just like, well, I'm still in it, so clearly I'm still failing, or I've failed, whatever. But when you break it down into small portions, and every day you can go put a check by something and be like, I accomplished this today, I'm this much closer. It's empowering, and it lets you know that you're on the right path and that you're succeeding. You're not just going for the end game and be like, well, I'm still in it, I'm still a failure. Not true. Write it all down and check them off as you go. Accomplish one goal a week, and conquer a fear a day. If you're scared of, if you're housebound agoraphobic and you're scared of driving to, I don't know, a gas station, accomplish that fear today. Conquer that fear today. You don't have to conquer all your fears. You don't have to conquer your fear of being alone, or your fear of snakes, or your fear of, I don't know, bad weather today. Just that one fear. Pick that one and overcome it, and then move on to the next one the next day. Or maybe it takes you 2 days to overcome it. That's okay. But you're still accomplishing something. You're still getting that much closer, because as we know, DP is just an offshoot of anxiety, DPDR. And once you overcome your anxiety, your DP and your DR will fade away and be gone. And that's why you have to slowly overcome. Step by step, piece by piece, do it. Don't try to go for the home run. Don't try to do it all at one time. It will never work. It will leave you exhausted. Every day you will wake up and be like, why am I still in this? Why do I still feel like shit? Why do I still, why is this so bad? Etc., etc. But if you do it just a little bit at a time, a piece at a time, a goal at a time, day by day, it will be so much easier than trying to do it all at once. Because trying to do it all at once is just, it's a nightmare, and it can be, it's overpowering, and it just, it's way too much. But when you can break it down like that, and you can literally manipulate your mind, because like we know, if you sit with something you're afraid with long enough, your fear of it starts to go away, because internally your amygdala in your brain, which is responsible for your fight or flight and associating threats, begins to understand. Once you've sat with this thing for so long, even if you're in a full panic the entire time around it, I'm talking about hard breathing, can't breathe, feel like you're gonna die, eventually it will subside and you won't be scared anymore, because it realizes, oh my gosh, I've been sitting here for an hour in this place that I'm totally terrified of, but nothing's happened. And it sends the signal to your brain that, hey, you don't need to be scared of this. We were scared for nothing. And it basically overwrites that old memory of being scared of it, because it now associates it with, oh, we've been there and done that. That's nothing to be scared of. We realized that we were, scared all along of something that didn't matter and that wasn't scary. It's on a subconscious and conscious level. And if you can do that, and you can do that with your little individual fear list, overcome one a day. I don't care if it's the tiniest little bit of fear in your life. Whether it's spiders or worms or something like that, overcome it one day at a time. And eventually, when all those fears are gone, all that anxiety is gone, and all of this will just fade away into a bad push back and be like, man, you know, that was a really shitty time in my life, but I overcame that. And doing it a piece at a time is much easier and makes what we deem this impossible thing to overcome a very overcomable thing. You have to overcome in steps. Going for the home run's not going to work. Believe me, I tried to do it for way too many years, and it's not possible. But step by step, and little piece by little piece, you can get there. You've created this mountain in your mind as something that you think's so crazy and scary and impossible, but I promise you, it's not. And you can tear this wall down that you've built up in your mind is impossible. Yeah, but that's gonna be the new video for this time. I've been thinking about that for a while, and it's just to reiterate the importance of concrete goal setting on paper and taking things a step at a time instead of the long way and trying to overcome it all at once. It's not gonna work. Thank you guys. Like and subscribe, comment, let me know that if these helped you or not. If you have any questions, put them in the comment box and I'll try to get back to you as fast as possible. Sorry, it's been a few months. I've still been trying to answer the emails, but I wish all of you good luck, and more power to you on overcoming this, because you can, and it's all up to you. I don't care what any of these other idiots say who say there is no cure, there is no this, there is no that, none of that. It's up to you, and you got it. You just gotta kick fear's ass sometimes.